Yo, what's going on people? It's your boy Ape Huncho back at you again with another video. And so a little while ago I reported on an incident that had happened at Meridian Water Railway Station, and that was back in September of 2020, and it was reported that two 17-year-olds and a 15-year-old who can't be named for legal reasons had allegedly stabbed a person boarding a train in Tottenham. When emergency services arrived at the scene, they found an 18-year-old man suffering from stab injuries to the back and also to the face. This person was alleged to be Izzpot from OFB, but it wasn't 100% confirmed, and it was just rumours at that point. Well, yesterday it does seem as if Izzpot himself has spoken out about this situation. So he got up on Snapchat and said, and so it seems as if Izzpot is confirming that he was stabbed in that incident. Again, I'm just reposting what he said, so any comments made will all just be alleged, seeing as the three arrested are currently on remand for this situation. A bit more into this case for anyone wondering, the three teens were charged with attempted murder, possession of a bladed article, and taking an electric scooter without consent. In the last hearing, according to the judge, she would go on to say, quote, "The evidence is that you attended the train station armed with a machete, a knife. I've seen the footage of it. It's quite a horrific article. It said that you were involved in an assault on the complainant which resulted in very serious injuries with life-changing consequences." But that's the last we heard from this case, and that was all the way back in October. We still now, from what I know, don't have any further updates, but when I do get them, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted on this one. But moving on to our next story, and Tion Wayne recently sat down with the Evening Standard newspaper for an interview and went over some topics that I thought I'd share with you guys in regards to some situations that I've actually covered on the channel. I won't be going over everything though, so if you do want to read the whole interview, I will leave that linked down in the description below, so feel free to go and check that one out. So the report goes on to talk about him going to jail for that brawl in Bristol, which we covered in his throwback case, and the report claims that this had been his fourth time in jail. And in regards to getting released, Tion would go on to say he felt like he blew it all and that his career was going to be finished. This is because he goes on to say at that point he had signed a major record deal with Virgin and had released 2 full-length mixtapes and a string of singles. He carries on by saying, "I'd worked so hard to get to the stage I was, but a lot of my past experiences clouded my judgment and I wasn't really thinking the way I should have. But when I got out, everything took off, and it's the music that has taken me away from everything, made me reflect and live the right life." The report also goes on to talk about how NSG linked up with Tion, where on his first day out of that time when he got released because of that Bristol incident, he'd actually bumped into them and they'd asked him to drop a verse for the single Options, which was a massive hit. We also go on to see that the fight with Headie 1 is touched on, and it reads, "In November he was filmed swinging a punch at drill star Headie 1, another rapper who spent time in jail after as well as before musical success, on board a plane about to take off from Dubai. A bit of posturing on Twitter afterwards, quote, clearly some clout chasing, I'm good, I'm free, a hair on my head hasn't been touched. I'm having dinner steady," wrote Headie 1, which earned a quote crying laughing emoji from Wayne, and it was over. Although the reporter claims that it wouldn't be wise to ask about the altercation, Tion does go on to express the difficulties of being well known in the age of the camera phone, and he does kind of touch on the plane situation, I guess, where he goes, "I feel this day and age is the hardest time to be a public figure because people are watching your every move and they misunderstand you from one moment. People are really bored with the lockdown and are always looking for the next entertainment. As soon as I get outside, I'm trying to keep a low profile. I block out the comments online as well. It's just people entertaining themselves. I know myself, I just do me and let the people make their own judgments. So I don't really get into what people are saying. My focus is the music." We also come to find out that Tion has a debut album dropping later on this year, and according to the interview he says that he wants to tell his full story and that there's actually a documentary to accompany the music. He says, quote, "There's going to be a lot of people in there, friends I grew up with, my cellmates, my teachers, even the ones that don't like me. Everyone has something positive or negative to say. I want them all in it. We'll touch on so many things. I'm not going to leave nothing out because I want people to understand me on a deeper level, which will be interesting to see who he has on this documentary, because although I'd like to see certain people on there, I doubt it's going to happen very much, but it is going to be interesting to say the least and see what he touches on in the documentary. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that one when it drops, and I do definitely think that Tion Wayne, looking back on what he said here, has reflected, and he looks at his music career and thinks he doesn't want to make the same mistakes as he did before, because he has got the golden touch right now. If we're talking about artists in the UK, Tion Wayne is definitely up there with never missing when he puts out a song. And even his latest one with Rush is doing bits right now, so shout out to those guys for putting out a complete banger. But let me know what you guys think of this down in the comment section below. Give the video a little like, and if you want the latest drill, street and music news out of the UK, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your boy Huncho, and I'm out.